Good morning, and thank you for joining us as the faculty, staff, and administration celebrate with the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School class of 2021. I'm Dr. Robert Johnson, Interim Dean of the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School and Dean of the New Jersey Medical School. Class of 2021, please accept my sincere congratulations on earning your medical degree. Under normal circumstances, this in and of itself would be an amazing accomplishment. However, graduating medical school during a global pandemic is yet another feat altogether. I ask you to embrace this past year. It has been a year in which the world is forever changed. You are forever changed. You learn firsthand the meaning of resilience, adaptability, and success despite all odds. You are to be commended. Please know that this experience will serve you well throughout your lifetime. You saw the value of science in saving lives and empathy as many lives were lost. Always remember the interdependence between the two. We all learn in a way never seen in our lifetime the impact of COVID-19 on countries, organizations, families, and individual lives. We watched as science amazed the world as a vaccine emerged in less than 1 year. And in so many ways, you as medical students held a front row seat. Yet, despite all the pressure you were under, learning and studying in this new and rapidly changing environment, you found meaningful ways to help others. Throughout the pandemic, you volunteered to help by assisting faculty and staff with obligations at their homes so they could be in the hospital caring for critically ill patients, collecting PPE for hospitals throughout the state, setting up hand hygiene stations in the city of New Brunswick, and you assisted in vaccinating faculty, staff, and persons in our community, just to name a few. Be proud of this and all that you have accomplished as you become the newest alumni of Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brian Strong, Chancellor of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences, who will address the Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School class of 2021.
Thank you, Dean Johnson, members of the faculty, students, family, friends, and distinguished guests. I'm happy to greet you on this momentous occasion and to offer congratulations to all of you on behalf of the Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences community. Less than a year and a half ago, the world woke up to the reality of the first global pandemic of our lifetimes. The first confirmed case of the novel coronavirus was detected in New Jersey in March of 2020. And in the days since, more than 23,000 residents of New Jersey and millions more worldwide lost their lives to this terrible disease. Many of us didn't understand then the drastic ways our daily lives would change, the personal and societal toll this pandemic would cause, and the resilience we would be required to summon to overcome it. From the beginning, even more than many other institutions, Rutgers University was on the front lines. We responded to this global emergency in ways big and small. By creating a better COVID-19 testing method and sharing this discovery with the world. We worked with our hospital and health system partners to care for the sick at risk to the health of our own providers, and then conducted research into how the disease impacted our healthcare workers. We partnered with our state government to launch a contact tracing initiative to track and mitigate the spread of the disease. We worked to successfully keep the campus an island of relative health in a sea of disease. We graduated your friends and peers from the medical, pharmacy, and nursing classes of 2020 early, so they could shore up our weary healthcare providers during the height of our collective uncertainty and need. And we conducted vaccine clinical trials to speed the approval of our best hope for bringing us back together as soon as possible. It is too soon to tell what the lasting legacies of the past year will be, but I'm hopeful that society's renewed appreciation for science, wellness, and the health professions will usher in a renaissance of life-changing discoveries, innovative and integrated treatments, and a commitment to ensuring that all of our community members receive the care that they need. The country is clearly investing in health in a way it has not done so in years. Hopefully, these memories and actions will endure. Though unfortunately, we will continue to battle this virus for many months and years to come, the unprecedented scientific rigor, ingenuity, and collaboration that we have seen and contributed to this year promise a new horizon for patient care that is vivid with potential. So today, as we celebrate you and recognize the years of hard work and preparation that have brought you here, I'm confident that we can count on each of you to continue this work to advance research, policy, and interventions for a healthier and better prepared future. Though the future of healthcare is appropriately evolving and adapting, there is one thing, though, that will always remain constant. We are physicians because our patients need us. We are physicians to apply the healing arts and sciences to care for our individual patients, their families, our communities, and society as a whole. We are physicians to practice our skills without discrimination to ease suffering, increase health, and preserve the human dignity of everyone. It is a real privilege to be a physician, and I welcome you today to this company. On my wall, since my own graduation, is a quotation from my mentor, Dr. Philip Tumulty of Johns Hopkins, who was a scholar and a pioneer of humanism in healthcare. He said, quote, "You are engaged in the service of the sick. With the knowledge you are acquiring as a scientist, with your clinical art developed through experience, with the warmth of your own spirit and the strength of your own character, with the laying on of your hands, and in response to your words, you can make the sick better and fill the dying with peace. These are great powers, always deserve them." Unquote. These words always remind me of how fortunate I am to have found my profession. What you do will similarly impact lives in the most direct and meaningful ways, and that is the greatest joy. This is a day of great personal achievement for each of you and a culmination of your educational careers. I'm very proud to have been a part of your day, to enjoy your success, and to share it with your friends and family. So on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Strom, for those encouraging and inspiring words. It now gives me great pleasure to welcome and introduce Dr. Jeffrey Young, Senior Director of Student Affairs and Programs for the Association of American Medical Colleges, to address the class. Dr. Young has served as a Senior Director at the AAMC for nearly a decade. He has a long history of leadership in student affairs, having previously served as Associate Dean for Admissions at the Medical College of Georgia and Associate Dean for Student Affairs at Virginia Commonwealth University. Dr. Young also held leadership positions here at Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. A graduate of Hampton University with a bachelor's degree in psychology, Dr. Young earned his doctorate in clinical psychology at Ohio State University. Welcome back, Dr. Young.
Good day. I want to thank Dean Johnson and the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School family for inviting me to share just a few thoughts with the graduating class of 2021 during your convocation ceremony. It is truly an honor to be with you today. In many ways, it's like coming home again. I've referenced Robert Wood Johnson Medical School as a family because I started my career in undergraduate medical education in the early 1990s at this medical school, and often reflect on the positive impact my tenure at Robert Wood had on my personal and professional life. Aside from the work associated with being a student affairs dean and multicultural affairs dean and a faculty member, I made many friends and colleagues here and was mentored and challenged to grow. However, some of my fondest memories are of the students who enriched my life. Students were incredibly accomplished, multi-talented, and multi-dimensional. All students were highly qualified, and their diverse experiences and backgrounds enhanced the learning environment. I had the privilege to witness and, with some students, to actively participate in their growth and development as they progressed through the rigors of medical education. Students evolved from relatively inexperienced and green college students to learners who acquired critical basic science knowledge and H&P skills in the first 2 years of medical school, to then integrate and apply their knowledge and skills to care for patients and their families during the clerkship year. They did so with compassion, empathy, and a level of appropriate and healthy anxiety and self-doubt, but also with a commitment to grow with the goal of learning the art of medicine. Keep in mind that many of these students did all of this while engaged in organizational leadership, community advocacy, raising a family, and supporting loved ones. They were all well-rounded and in time discovered or really began to own their superpowers. I was always humbled by our students' ability to manage life while a medical student and learn so much from them. So by the time I met with students to compose their medical student performance evaluation, also known as the MISPE, the student had transformed into a young professional. They had managed good and challenging times during medical school, and by graduation, were truly prepared for the next phase of their professional journey. When I think about my tenure at Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, those times were priceless. And to this day, in my current role at the AAMC, I leverage my experiences gained here at this medical school to advocate for students and administrators at a national level. So you may be thinking, well, why are you talking about that? Well, I share my experiences with you because I am 100% confident that the type of students I just referenced are also listening to my words today. The class of 2021, however, is also unique. Your medical education was disrupted by the combination of a global health pandemic in COVID-19 and a social justice movement after the world witnessed several killings of Black men and women by police, violence against Asian communities, and others. I think we are still living in an unprecedented time. The pandemics of COVID-19 and racism touched all of us in some capacity. Every one of us had to process the realities on personal and organizational levels. I think academic medicine publicly acknowledged that medicine is a microcosm of our larger society, has a long history of systemic racism, and is not immune from racist policies and procedures that negatively impact Black and Brown communities, as evidenced by the inequities that have led to a disproportionate impact of the coronavirus on communities of color. And I would add that, in fact, the AAMC, where I work, reaffirmed its commitment to speaking out against systemic racism and police brutality and how they negatively impact communities of color, the poor, and other vulnerable communities. So I think we all must continue to have crucial and critical conversations addressing systemic racism healthcare inequities, and social determinants of health in their role in the quality of care delivered to diverse patient populations. So, what have we learned from this past year? What is different? Well, this is what I think we've learned. And this is what I think is different to some degree. Within academic medicine, we have a revived emphasis and commitment to teach about healthcare disparities, systemic racism, and the socioeconomic determinants of health, and a commitment to continue to build diverse classes. I would also say that academic medicine rose and continues to rise to the challenge of COVID-19 in our patient care, research, and educational missions, pivoting, innovating, and prioritizing. I think academic medicine has really demonstrated a level of nimbleness that some would have said could not be done. Concurrently, I believe that we have acknowledged how the pandemic strain, racialized trauma, and political unrest, on top of the usual stressors of medical education, has impacted the mental health of medical students, faculty, and staff. So I believe that collectively, we have demonstrated resilience, adaptability, and courage. So, to the class of 2021, you've made it to graduation. Congratulations. Residency training will force you to learn and move quickly, will overwhelm and challenge you to adapt to new learning and clinical environments while managing complex patient cases and adapting to the ever-evolving world of clinical medicine. But I'm going to ask you something today. Please don't forget all that you have accomplished as a medical student, and in particular, during the past 12 to 14 months, a time that was filled with uncertainty, high anxiety, yet hope and resilience. As you continue to develop your professional identity as a physician and within your respective specialty, please don't lose or ignore your moral compass and the superpowers that you have honed during medical school and your life more generally. And when you hit a wall, and we all do, know that you are resilient and give yourself permission to slow down the process of living, to take care of yourself and your mental health. Nurture those relationships that nurture you. Establish new communities while leaning on your existing communities of mentors, role models, friends, and family members. Equally important, continue to learn from each other. Be patient with yourself while pushing yourself to be better. And never forget that medicine is really not about you. It's really about caring for your patients and the communities you serve. Always be open and receptive to listening to and learning from your patients. Always be present with them. I also challenge you not to be satisfied with the status quo. You are tomorrow's leaders in academic medicine or whatever community you ultimately serve. You have the opportunity to be a leader in modeling and championing equity in healthcare for all patients, regardless of their demographic background and status. So again, I would say to you, be accountable for your words and actions and hold others accountable to the noble ideals of medicine. And in closing, I want to share a quote that has always resonated with me, and I hope will have meaning for you. Some of you may have heard this quote before by Maya Angelou. And I quote, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Close quotes. As future physicians, I think this quote is relevant. For me, this quote represents the important role that fairness, kindness, trust, humility, and integrity have in being a great doctor, a great physician. Your behavior and what you say impacts how others feel, and while they may not remember the specifics of the encounter, they will remember how they felt after interacting with you. So you have that power. I would even say that each of you are capable of that superpower. The choice is really yours. So our communities need you. Medicine needs you. And I wish you all success, happiness, and peace during your residency and beyond. So thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Young. I now have the honor to introduce the most distinguished physician, scientist, and public health advocate and overall American healthcare hero in our lifetime, Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Warm greetings to you all. My name is Tony Fauci, and I'm the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and chief medical advisor for COVID-19 to President Biden. I am delighted to have this opportunity to congratulate the class of 2021 of Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. As we navigate year 2 of the global pandemic of COVID-19, I am keenly aware that celebrating this important milestone of your lives under the constraints of this pandemic is at best disappointing. However, we all must adapt to this extraordinary situation and unite to meet its challenges. When this pandemic began its sweep around the globe more than a year ago, it quickly hobbled hospitals and imposed crushing levels of stress and strain on their medical staffs. You were among those who faced this situation and the subsequent surge of COVID-19 hospitalizations with courage, resiliency, and adaptability. And so thank you for your extraordinary dedication. I often advise students to embrace the unexpected opportunities that will unquestionably present themselves to you during your career. In the 1980s, I remember clearly when the recognition of a new virus later named HIV caused me to make an abrupt turn in my own NIH career. Only decades later could I adequately reflect on how enormous an impact that virus has had on the global community. Currently, we are at a critical juncture. Our pathway to ending this current pandemic has been lit by the stunningly rapid development and deployment of highly effective COVID-19 vaccines. Here in the US, through a deliberate, tactical, whole-of-government approach, we are making sustained progress. Yet globally, we are still in a race to vaccinate faster than SARS-CoV-2 can mutate into more transmissible and deadly variants. I am optimistic that the United States will continue to steadily increase the percentage of people vaccinated and reduce the opportunities for the virus to spread. Once the blanket of protection we create through vaccination makes the risk of virus transmission very low, we can lift more precautions and make a prudent return to some sort of normality. We must not ignore, however, our moral responsibility to help other low and middle income countries that are struggling to do the same as we, as a rich country, are doing. As you move into the next stage of your medical careers, regardless of your medical specialty, now more than ever, We need your talent, your energy, your resolve, and your character to keep and help restore and preserve our healthy world. And so thank you. Keep well. And I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Dr. Fauci. I'm now proud to announce that 5 of our graduates have been commissioned into our armed forces. Commander Jeff Latham of the United States Navy and husband of Lieutenant Stephanie Latham administered the oath to Sneha Swaminathan, who was commissioned as captain in the United States Air Force, Brian Morris, who was commissioned as captain in the United States Air Force, Stephanie Latham, who was commissioned as lieutenant in the United States Navy, Ashok Parikh, who was commissioned as captain in the United States Army, and Chris Court, who was not able to make the ceremony but will be commissioned into the United States Navy. Please take a moment to watch the video.
Everyone, mask off. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Sneha
Swaminathan,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same,
That I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well,
that I will well,
faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office that I am about to enter.
the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you all for your service to our country. I now wish to call upon Sneha Swaminathan, the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School class president.
Thank you, Dean Johnson, for the kind introduction. I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to the class of 2021 on this momentous and special day. We have worked endlessly hard to reach this moment. And now we can finally tell our friends and family that we are 3 to 8 years away from maybe having slightly more control over our own schedules. Being a part of this class as a student and president for the last 4 years has allowed me the unique opportunity to get to know so many of you and your remarkable accomplishments. I've learned of classmates who have been EMTs and medical scribes, nurses and teachers, even those that lived outside the country, one of whom somehow returned adopting an Australian accent. We have classmates who are first-generation college students, and today, just an hour away from becoming a full-fledged doctor. Classmates who are parents, and others who hadn't turned 21 at the start of medical school. One of our first class parties was in celebration of one classmate turning 27 and another classmate turning 21. It was facts like these that had me as a first year on White Coat Day looking around MLH, that's the main lecture hall in non-Robert Wood speak, looking around MLH and realizing the ambition, diversity, and potential of the classmates around me. From the PowerPoint slides that listed our class's demographics to just getting to know you all during orientation week, it was clear that we were here to not only practice and learn about medicine, but also to evolve it for the better. In addition to our academic strengths in research, coursework, and clinical activity, our class is revered for its amalgamation of interests outside of medicine. In our leadership in over 80 student organizations while forming 9 new interest groups, to our involvement in art, dance, music, poetry, and even social media, we have exemplified the all-rounded healthcare professional. In just 4 years as medical students, we have accomplished so much to be proud of. Our graduates held the first annual Women in Medicine Week, supporting the increasing number of women joining healthcare and specialties that were previously majorly made up of men. We organized Wellness Month, complete with activities that addressed mental health, and even physician burnout in healthcare. We participated in the National School Walkout, speaking out against gun violence and the public health emergency that it represents. During BLM, our graduates organized New Jersey's first chapter for White Coats for Black Lives. Most recently, our class organized the COVID-19 student response, and we did this while we prepared for a residency application season that no one could predict. During each one of these projects, we were unequivocally passionate about moving healthcare forward. These were no small feats, as we juggled our academic responsibilities with our responsibility to the community at large. It's clear that we are a class of service, but we are also a class of resilience. We have faced an unprecedented year of uncertainty without seeing friends and family, with residency applications and virtual interviews, and with deciding where to train without the interpersonal contact we would have in any normal year. Through all of this, we moved through the year with poise and togetherness, as we have throughout our entire medical school career. From the start, whether it was alerting classmates of which C or N room had the best temperature control, to when the nothing but cakes had arrived at the hospital on Fridays, we have always been a team. We thrived in each other's company, we looked for social opportunities to come together, and we found ways to support each other, sometimes in the form of hilariously meaningful memes posted to our class meme page on Facebook. I really hope our class meme masters continue their good work. These qualities carried over into our final year and helped us survive and thrive through the pandemic. Even now, we're looking at each other through a screen. And I remember the disappointment we felt at unfortunately having a virtual graduation. But I also remember how many of you reached out, offering your ideas, offering your help to make this convocation to the level we deserve. We have faced our ups and downs as individuals and as a class throughout medical school, but we have always come out the other side together and with our heads held high. Of course, it wasn't just each other that we leaned on. I am so thankful for our administration that always held our best interest at heart. Our faculty and staff who made our education their priority. And of course, our friends and families who offered us the unconditional support that we needed at any hour of the day. None of us would have made it this far without each and every one of them. Now, as we are at the precipice of our next life change, I see classmates who represent the best parts of medicine, colleagues who I'm so proud to be beside, and lifelong friends that I know I can count on. I can honestly say I would share my best white coat pen with any of you any day. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see what each of your lives and careers have in store for you. Medicine is a small world, so we will meet again. But in the meantime, in the words of Hippocrates, cure sometimes, treat often, and comfort always. Thank you, everyone. It's been an honor to be your classmate and your class president, and congratulations to the class of 2021. We did it. And now I would like to introduce our next speaker, our fearless leader, the Mother of Dragons, Dr. Carol A. Terragino, Senior Associate Dean for Education and Academic Affairs.
Neha, that was so beautiful. What a wonderful, wonderful address to your class. And thank you for the kind introduction as Mother of Dragons. So good morning, graduates, and congratulations. Now for your last class messages from your deans. From me, I cannot tell you what an honor it is to have been the first person to have called you and asked you to become a member of the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School family, and now to be the first one to call you doctor. This is really bittersweet for all of us. While we know you're surrounded by your loved ones at home, we miss you. This is the best event of the year to celebrate with you as your time with us comes to an end. So unlike a live convocation where the Hooders don't really get to speak, I wanted you to see your deans, the ones who would be hitting you, for one last time and to hear their very special wishes. I introduced to you my incredibly awesome colleagues who make it such a joy to come to work every day. Dr. Sonia Garcia-Lombach, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Daniel Meehan, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Janice Cato-Varlak, Assistant Dean for Student and Multicultural Affairs, Dr. Archana Pradhan, Associate Dean for Clinical Education, and Dr. Joyce Afrin, Associate Dean for the Regional Medical Campus. Colleagues, take it.
Wow. Class of 2021, congratulations. As in true fashion, I am brought to tears of happiness on your very special day. And I just wanted to say how proud I am of all of you. You all graduate from RWJMS well prepared for the trials of residency ahead. RWJMS has been your home these past few years, and it will always be your home. So always remember that. I'm so proud to welcome you today as fellow RWJM alumni, and I cannot wait to have you all return to our institution as fellows, as fellow colleagues, and of course, in our annual career night. I hope that you come and join and share your enthusiasm for your specialty with future students of our school. My parting words of advice to you today are to remember to say thank you often. Remember to appreciate all who will work alongside you, from the maintenance staff to the nursing staff. Everyone will have something to contribute. Be humble. Though you are all very smart, and I know we have trained you well, you will not always have all the answers. So make sure to reach out for help when you need it and admit those mistakes when you make them. Remember to take care of yourselves. I know it will feel at times as if there is no time to do this, but I want you to stay mindful to your physical, emotional, and mental health as you embark in this new journey of your lives. I challenge you to embrace that wonderful health advice that you're going to give your patients in just a few weeks. It's going to be hard to do sometimes, but remember to embrace it. And lastly, I hope and I pray that you strive to be present in the moment always. Congrats.
Along with the immense pride we feel, we also have a deep sense of gratitude. We're so thankful to all of you for letting us share in your journey toward a career in medicine. Being able to watch students achieve their dreams is what makes our job so special. We know that none of you has achieved your dream alone. So in the same way that we encourage you to thank people often in the future, we hope you'll take time to express your own gratitude now to the family, friends, loved ones, teachers, and mentors who helped you reach this day. People will tell you that being able to treat others as a physician is an honor and a privilege. This is very true. But make no mistake, you've worked hard to earn that privilege. Your journey has not been an easy one, and it's not a journey that just anyone can complete. Always be proud of yourselves for what you accomplish, while never losing your sense of gratitude to others. Congratulations on your graduation and best wishes for continued success.
Good morning, class of 2021. As you embark on your graduate medical training and enter your various residency programs, like all other speakers today, I'm going to encourage you to use compassion as your guiding force. Compassion for yourselves as you navigate new spaces and learn your craft. Compassion in caring for all your patients, because without compassion, a doctor is nothing more than a living medical software. And I implore you to please implement compassion into all other areas of your daily lives as citizens of the world. Because in doing so, your individual acts of compassion will help to drive our society to be inclusive, thus allowing all its members to be able to be fully engaged in all life has to offer. Congratulations.
Good morning, Robert Wood Johnson Medical School graduates. Convocation is my favorite medical school event, the ultimate culmination of all our interactions together. Not how we usually do it, and although we're not at the State Theater together in one room, where I can look out into the audience, into a sea of hopeful, beautiful eyes that say, I made it, eyes that say, I'm now ready for life to begin. My heart is still full because today we hood you into our profession and confer your degrees and begin to call you doctor. And I'm reminded of the power of education and how together we've learned to lead a life of purpose, how to live lives that will ease the pain and suffering of thousands of others. And I am so proud of each and every one of you for what you have accomplished and what you have yet to achieve. So please accept my heartfelt congratulations.
Dr. Afrin?
So Dr. Afrin may be having internet issues, but she did have a message for you all, and I hope, Archana, do you want to share it?
Absolutely. Dr. Afrin certainly wanted to congratulate you on reaching this milestone. She wanted to tell you that from this point forward, patients will be putting their trust in you as your doctor, as their doctor. You'll have the privilege of becoming part of your patients' lives. You'll learn about their hardships, their strengths, their perceptions, and their deepest fears. You'll listen, explain, make difficult decisions, and make incredible contributions to your patients' lives. As you embark on the next stage of your career, we know that each of you has the foundation to be the trusted physician. She hopes that you continue to reflect on the relationships you develop and on your accomplishments, big and small, and that you find meaning throughout your career.
Thank you, colleagues. Graduates, now I ask you to do this. As you hear me call your name, imagine yourself standing at the foot of the stairs at the Convocation stage, receiving warm smiles as you ascend the stairs in front of your family, loved ones, and classmates to be met by a stage full of faculty who have been with you all the way, sharing pride in your accomplishments and thinking just wonderful things as you receive your doctoral hood. Okay, guys, and now we begin. Laith Abushanab. Dr. Laith Abushanab. Monturayo Rebecca Adu. Dr. Monturayo Rebecca Adu. Sana Ahmad.
That's me.
Dr. Sana Ahmad. Joshua Akinsanya. Dr. Joshua Akinsanya. There he is. Dr. Joshua Akinsanya. Iman Ali. Dr. Iman Ali. Rahwana Umara. Dr. Rahwana Umara. Raymond Ampothwa. Dr. Raymond Campos, Adiba Anab, Dr. Adiba Anam, Nicholas Arcamano, Dr. Nicholas Arcabano, Natalia Arias Alzata, Dr. Natalia Arias Alzata, Ikeolua Aridebi, Dr. Ikeolua Aridebi, Omar Ashraf, Dr. Omar Ashraf, Romy Barakat, Dr. Romy Barakat, Kirk Benak, Dr. Kirk Benak, Efwa Olubi,
Yeah, we're good.
Pictures.
Not yet, huh? Very nice.
Efwa Olubi,
Very nice. See?
Yeah, that was the important thing.
Yeah, I saw it. You want to say it again?
Yeah,
See?
I got it.
See?
please.
That's good.
Serena Renee Sales,
Oh, God.
Serena Renee Sales, Brian Chow, Dr. Brian Chow, Paige Nicole Carleen, Dr. Paige Nicole Carleen, Nicole Sesnick, Dr. Nicole Sesnick, Jessie Pei-Chen Chan, Dr. Jessie Pei-Chen Chan, Samantha Junyi Cheng, Dr. Samantha Cheng, Abhishek Chowtai, Dr. Abhishek Chowtai. Nadia Chuchvara. Dr. Nadia Chuchvara. Danielle Joshua Coates. Dr. Danielle Joshua Coates. Alexandria Molesky Cooper. Dr. Alexandria Molesky Cooper. Santosh Kaur. Dr. Santosh Kaur. Christian Court. Dr. Christian Court. Olivia Dahl. Joseph David. Dr. Joseph David. Evan Dazen. Dr. Kevin Dazen. Valerie Marissa De Jesus. Dr. Valerie Marissa De Jesus. Michael DiCapua. Dr. Michael DiCapua. Akshay Desai. Dr. Akshay Desai. Trusha Desai. Dr. Trusha Desai. Ben Deverett. Dr. Ben Deverett. Virginia Debbie Chow.
Just me.
Virginia Debbie Chow.
Here.
If we don't see you, we'll get you later. We'll get you at the end. Michaela Brielle Domaratsky. Dr. Michaela Brielle Domaratsky. Ian Eisenberg. Dr. Ian Eisenberg. Melissa Encarnacion. Dr. Melissa Encarnacion. Christopher Todd Eppel. Dr. Christopher Todd Eppel. Arya Umir Fariborzi. Dr. Arya Umir Fariborzi. Tara Marie Ferrante. Dr. Tara Marie Ferrante. Danielle Monique Flood. Dr. Danielle Monique Flood. Samantha Danielle Friedman. Dr. Samantha Danielle Friedman. Abhinav Gangasani.
Congratulations.
Dr. Abhinav Gangasani. Valeria Gerstein. Dr. Valeria Gerstein. Jonathan Michael Girgarovich.
Yeah!
Dr. Jonathan Michael Girgarovich.
Yeah!
Alexander George Golia.
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Dr. Alexander George Golia. Rebecca Graziano. Ariana Caroline Gover Shamlu. Dr. Ariana Caroline Gover Shamlu. Rebecca Graziano. Dr. Rebecca Graziano. Charles Allen Hamilton.
Congrats, Charles.
Dr. Charles Allen Hamilton.
Cheers, Charles.
Here we go.
Megan Hawes.
Oh my God.
Dr. Megan Hawes. Megan Elizabeth Hazel. Dr. Megan Elizabeth Hazel. Kiara Barbara Heinz. Dr. Kiara Barbara Heinz. Max Herman. Dr. Max Herman. Michael Robert Hovan. Dr. Michael Robert Hovan. Ava Marie Hunt.
Woohoo! Late.
Dr. Ava Marie Hunt. Robert Hughesby. Dr. Robert Hughesby. Michelle Hutt. Dr. Michelle Hutt. Casey Imbergamo. Dr. Casey Imbergamo. Maria Emily Janhofer. Dr. Maria Emily Janhofer.
Yay!
Ian Jeremiah Jaron.
Yeah! Oh.
Emily, Dr. Ian Jeremiah Jaron, sorry. Emily Marissa Jarnigan. Dr. Emily Marissa Jarnigan. Imani Sanders Jones. Imani Sanders Jones. Conchita Dupuli.
Hey, congratulations!
Dr. Humsita Dupuli.
Congratulations!
Pooja Harit Kapadia. Dr. Pooja Harit Kapadia. Daniel Katz. Dr. Daniel Katz. Erin Rose Kern. Dr. Erin Rose Kern. Viraj Vikram Kitani. Dr. Viraj Vikram Kitani. Veronica Kim. Dr. Veronica Kim. Ashley Blake Landisman. Dr. Ashley Blake Landisman. Stephanie Eileen Latham. Dr. Stephanie Eileen Latham.
Oh, bottle of wine. Oh, yeah, champagne.
Jenna Thulby Lee.
Nice.
Dr. Jenna Solgi Lee. Oh, sorry.
Alrighty, here we go. Nice.
Dr. Jenna Solgi Lee. Anna Christina Levitt. Dr. Anna Christina Levitt. Stephen Diego. Dr. Stephen Diego. Kevin Liu.
Let's go.
Dr. Kevin Liu. Albert Liu. Dr. Albert Liu. Aaron Lula. Dr. Aaron Lula. Margaret Ann McGibbity. Dr. Margaret Ann McGibbity. Lacey Catherine McGee. Dr. Lacey Catherine McGee. Kavya Mahajan.
Congratulations, Kavya.
Dr. Kavya Mahajan. Alexander Malinowski.
You did it!
Dr. Alexander Malinowski. Pratik Mangini. Dr. Pratik Mangini. Matthew Joseph McGinnis. Dr. Matthew Joseph McGinnis. Mariah McKevitt. Dr. Mariah McKevitt. Lester Julian McCrae. Dr. Lester Julian McCrae. Ardi Nobel Nuevo Mendoza.
Go get your stuff.
Dr. Ardi Nobel Nuevo Mendoza. Victor Mensa. Victor Mensa. Dr. Victor Mensa. Greg Minassian. Dr. Greg Minassian. Pankari Mohan. Dr. Pankari Mohan. Brian Morris. Dr. Brian Morris. Ali Naeem. Dr. Ali Naeem. Nisha Sadanan Naik. Dr. Nisha Sadanan Naik. Sarah Magdi Nasra. Dr. Sarah Magdi Nasra. Summer Nestorovich. Dr. Summer Nestorovich. Jenna Nickus. Dr. Jenna Nickus. Daphne Noel. Dr. Daphne Noel.
Congratulations!
Nanama Ohene. Dr. Nanana Ohene. Jessica O'Geary. Dr.
You did it! You did it!
Dr. Jessica O'Geary.
You did it!
Munachimso Odeze Okafor.
Congratulations, Adeze.
Thank you.
Congrats. Well played. Well done.
Dr. Munachimso Adeze Okafor. Joel Okech. Dr. Joel Okech. Bennett Palaker. Dr. Bennett Palaker. Pamela Hanahan.
Yay!
Dr. Pamela Hanahan.
Congratulations.
Shashank Pandya. Dr. Pamela Hanahan. Dr. Shashank Pandya. Dr. Akshat Parikh. Sungbay Park. Dr. Paul Sungbay Park. Niket Patel. Dr. Niket Patel. Palak Patel. Dr. Palak Patel. Pooja Patel. Dr. Pooja Patel. Tom Pisano. Dr. Tom Pisano. Saif Rahman. Dr. Saif Rahman. Priyanka Ramachandra.
Hey, proud of you.
Dr. Priyanka Ramachandra.
Aww.
Rohan Rao.
Woo! You did it.
Dr.
You're
Rohan Rao. Anup Raghunathan. Dr. Anup Raghunathan. Daniel Antonio Reyes.
Congratulations, everyone.
Dr. Daniel Antonio Reyes. Hannah Ree. Dr. Hannah Ree. Farsha Rizwan. Dr. Farsha Rizwan. Brandon Robertson. Dr. Brandon Robertson. Peter Nicholas Rosenthal. Dr. Peter Nicholas Rosenthal. Joshua Alexander Rachal. Dr. Joshua Alexander Rachal. Megan Rubin. Dr. Megan Rubin. Pierre Saad.
Yeah.
Dr. Pierre Saad. David Sadek. Dr. David Sadek. Anurita Sadhu. Dr. Anurita Sadhu. Ariel Schneier.
Graduation started.
Dr. Ariel Schneier. Delaney Scollin. Dr. Delaney Scollin. Alicia Rajesh Shah.
Dr. Shah in the house. Dr. Malisha Shah.
Now I go first. Dr. Malisha Rajesh Shah. Rajvi Shah. Dr. Rajvi Shah. Jacob Shamash. Dr. Jacob Shamash. Navjot Singh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Very good, very good, very good.
Dr. Navjot Singh.
Very good, sir.
Cassandra Soto. Dr. Cassandra Soto. Mary Elizabeth Ducky. Dr. Mary Elizabeth Stuckey. Neha Swaminathan.
Dr. Sneha. Dr. Sneha.
Dr. Sneha Swaminathan. Zahid Sayed. Dr. Zahid Sayed. Lindsay Kate Szymanski. Dr. Lindsay Kate Szymanski. Malika Tatipola. Dr. Malika Tatigola. Jeremy Nasso Jack.
Love you all.
Dr. Jeremy Nasso Jack. Catherine Tedeschi. Unmuted. Dr. Catherine Tedeschi. Kamali Adrian Thompson. Dr. Kamali Adrian Thompson. Catherine Evia Henry. Kamali Adrian Thompson. Dr. Anivia Henry. Kamali Adrian Thompson. Evia Henry. Kamali Declan Tazi.
Congrats, everybody.
Dr. Declan Tazi.
Congrats.
Peter Trin. Dr. Peter Trin. Jal J. Trivedi.
You made it.
Congrats, everyone.
Dr. Jal J. Trivedi.
Made it.
Chandani Kakaria.
Congratulations.
Dr. Chandani Bakaria. Nina Maria Verghese. Dr. Nina Maria Verghese. Sophia Wang.
Thanks, guys.
Dr. Sophia Wang. Victoria Ray Wang.
Yay!
Congrats, everyone.
Dr. Victoria Ray Wang. Alex Weber.
Congratulations. Dr. Weber.
Dr. Alex Weber. I say it first.
Let's go, guys. Yes.
David Weinberg.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I guess we can't say it back.
Yay!
Dr. David Weinberg. Julie Dawes Williamson. Dr. Julie Dawes Williamson. Jennifer Wolin. Dr. Jennifer Wolin. Stephen Chia. Dr. Stephen Chia. Jason Yang. Dr. Jason Yang. Jonathan Yao.
Yeah.
Dr. Jonathan Yao. Alexander Hao Zhang. Dr. Alexander Hao Zhang. Julia
I think it's on. Woo!
Good job.
Yay. Dr. Julia Zhang. Ruby Foster Zucker. Dr. Ruby Foster Zucker. We did pretty well, but technology did challenge us a little bit today. I want to announce people that were not able to sign on. Dr. Olivia Dahl, and I'm going to recall a few people. Kwa Baluvi.
Yes, that's me. Yes.
God.
That's why we keep, there she is.
Yay.
Dr. Baluvi.
Dr. Baluvi. Yeah.
Kenya Devi Chow.
Hi. Wait, I don't know if they can see us yet.
Dr. Virginia Devi Chow. Imani Sanders Jones.
Okay.
Dr. Imani Sanders Jones. So now, let me congratulate the class of 2021. Dr. Naveed Ashari. Dr. Geetika Bagal. Dr. Ismail Ghaffari. Dr. Krupa Jani. Dr. Adarsh Menon. Dr. Smithy Prem.
Hello, class of 2021. For those of you who don't recognize me, my name is Colleen Donovan. I'm an emergency medicine physician and the simulation director at the medical school. Today, I have the great honor of a great tradition. I get to reaffirm my oath with you as you make it for the first time as physicians. And I remember a quote from Gustav Mahler. Tradition is not the worship of ashes, but the preservation of fire. This year has been one of tremendous change, and I'm not going to lie to you. We are tired. But you, my dear ones, you can bring your passion, your curiosity, and your fire to this fight. The fight against COVID, the fight for inclusion and diversity. We need you. And just as you are now a part of the great Robert Wood Johnson tradition, so now are we a part of your legacy. You've heard me say this before, but I say it again to you now. You are smart. You are strong. You are brave. You are worthy. Remember that fear and anxiety are not weakness. They are signposts on your educational journey. Use them. Wedge your shoulder next to mine, and we will push these boundaries together. Protect yourselves. Protect each other. I am so proud of you. I now ask you, wherever you are, to please rise, and any physicians watching to please stand for the oath of Hippocrates.
I do solemnly swear, by that which I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick, to the utmost of my power, holding myself aloof from wrong, from corruption, and from the tempting of others to vice. That I will exercise my art solely for the care of my patients, and will give no drug and perform no operation for a criminal purpose, far less suggest it. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of my patients, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine, and may the opposite befall me if I am false to my word.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, doctors. We offer our best wishes to the Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School class of 2021. We know that great things await you, and we are excited to welcome you into this great profession. As we conclude our ceremony, I wish to thank the faculty, staff, and administration, along with the Student Affairs Office, Communications and Public Affairs, Audiovisual staff, and Rutgers ITV. I also wish to thank and congratulate the parents and loved ones of our graduating class. You have supported our graduates and will continue to do so throughout their careers. Congratulations to the Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School class of 2021.